Hello everyone, Jak Syn here on behalf of Fiend.com and Future Daze, and today it's another exciting episode of Artist Interviews. Today I'm sitting with Shaun of LEBROCK. How you doing today, Shaun?
I'm really good, nice and hot in this heat wave, but yeah, I'm loving it.
Well, I know how you're feeling a little bit. I mean, it's been hot here for like seems like the past month, because we're now it's like the beginning of summer, and now things are really starting to get hotter.
Your hot is a lot hotter than ours. This is probably cold to you guys. So.
Well, what's the temperature over there right now?
We do it in a different thing, don't we? So it's about right now, maybe about 19.
Okay.
But I don't know what that Fahrenheit
probably translates to about like maybe. I really don't know, but it maybe translates to like 70 or something like that, 70, 80. I don't know, somewhere around there.
It's the only thing I never got in school was literally temperature. I didn't understand.
Yeah, temperature. Right. But you know what? It's good to see that you're doing well. I love your entire setup on the wall there. I mean, that's pretty awesome.
I've got like I have an 18-year-old's room, which is great. So it's kind of cool. Got my little box for singing in, and loads of rubbish basically.
And also you have a Day of the, what is that? Is that a Day of the Dead like poster or case? Like, what is that? Yeah, it's a guitar case.
Oh my God, this is where it all goes wrong. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, look at that. That's awesome. I have my Night of the Living Dead poster back here, my whole little poster. But I mean, I'm a huge fan of George A. Romero, love all of his stuff, amazing films.
Yeah, that's great. I love any horror, all that. I've got loads of weird stuff around here for horror movies, so we'd probably get on quite well.
Oh yeah, definitely. So today we're going to ask you a couple of questions and see where it goes from here. Are you ready to get into it?
Okay, let's do it.
All right. What are 3 of your most memorable moments from your musical career?
I think we're going to create more moments soon, but just playing to like sell out crowds, things like that, really is the best feeling. As if you're in a band, to sell out a crowd, get them all to come down. It's amazing. That I'd say that's the highlight. But I'm sure we're going to hopefully go to another level as well. Another great moment. It's all been quite recent, to be honest. Not that everything before wasn't terrible. It's just now it's becoming really good. So hitting 1 million plays on like 3 songs now, which is maybe not a lot in the grand scale of things, but just hitting 1 million plays on any of our songs is madness. 1 million people have heard our song. It's crazy, from where I am. The third was like when we brought out Interstellar, second to last single. That one for me is like shows we can go to a different place, not just synthwave, but taking it to somewhere else as well. I'm not sure where that place exactly is, but I think that was the song. When I heard that, I was like, oh, we can really write some music. It just dawned on me. So that's a great moment, really. And that would be, they're the best things for me.
And you know what, Interstellar, it's really great. Like, listening to it, I mean, it is really like, it is journeying into the beyond, into the out into the outer reaches. You know what I mean? It really is a great song. Listening to it like with the vocals or without the vocals. I mean, I prefer it with the vocals because I love a good vocalist. You know what I mean? I love somebody who can belt it out. So, but yeah, it really is a great song. And a lot of your guys' releases are just amazing. You know what I mean? Like the way that you are getting the style of music that you guys are involved in, as synthwave, but then bringing that vocal aspect to it, that really broad range of like those high notes you're hitting. Like, oh my God, it's amazing.
Thank you. I think originally we weren't going to use vocals. I just really liked synthwave. I was a massive fan. Well, I played with Tony before. I'd met Tony from Dance with the Dead. He played in a band for a little while, and he showed me it just as they were just releasing their first album, I think it was. Yeah, and then so we weren't going to have any vocals. We just thought we'd be like Dance to the Dead, just write some bit more cinematic kind of songs. But then, I just did Call Me. Michael said, just sing something on it. We'll try it out. And I just said, I've got these words. They're kind of cheesy, but they might work, you know. They did start off cheesy, but they're not as cheesy as they were when we started. But then we just did it for a laugh, really. It was just to play around, because I'd never written music with Michael before. And then obviously some people liked it. New Retrowave put it out, and from there we thought we'd better take it seriously.
Yeah, you know, and here you are. You know what I mean? It's like, this is your guys' stamp. You know what I mean? Like, that is what you do. You are creating this synthwave music, but it's very vocally driven. It's got a really, like, if there is a way for me to describe it, I guess I could say it has this kind of like power metal operatic kind of like, you know, flow to it. It's really like in your face, and like, I'm just going to go up, I'm going to go down, I'm going to go all around. It really hits a lot of really great places.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, the power element I really like, because I'm a big fan of power ballads. Not that we sound really much like any of those particular ones, but just the way they do it, you know. But we can do that with synthwave. You can do it with any music, I guess, just to create power somehow. But just the way they did it was just, I just love that. And I mean, a lot of the stuff we write, I think the music drives it maybe more than the vocal, but then we mix the two. So I think that's why it's kind of a different sound for people, because sometimes it's the vocals, sometimes it's the, you know, it's the synths and all the programming and guitar and stuff. It's good. It's just an all round, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. You know what, to everybody out there, if you are watching this interview for the first time and you have never heard of LEBROCK, check out LEBROCK, because LEBROCK, these guys are making some really amazing stuff that I think everybody out there is going to love. It doesn't matter if you're into metal or if you're just into synthwave or you're into anything, you can appreciate the love, the attention, and the care that they put into what they release. So thank you for that.
Thank you. That's, wow. I want that at my funeral.
What would you say is your favorite album / EP that you've worked on?
Working on this album that we're doing, first album, because the other things have just been EPs, which are just kind of not as seriously taken as an album, I don't think. You know, I think having an album is kind of a status, not a status thing, but it's kind of a level, you know, to have an album. I know some people got hundreds, but I'd rather just write one good one, you know. So this new one has got some great songs on it, like Interstellar's on it, Bright Lights, just the ones that we've released through Fixed Neon already. But the other ones coming in, we're like, oh, I wish we could release those as well. They're going to have to wait, I'm afraid. But it is sounding like something that I've wanted to do for a long time. Maybe not the same genre or whatever, but yeah, it's definitely up there with the proudest stuff that I've written, I think.
Well, that's awesome. And that's going to be coming out soon, right?
Well, we're a bit restricted at the moment, unfortunately, because we don't record. Everything we've ever recorded is just in Michael's bedroom. We haven't gone to a studio or anything like that. So this is really DIY. So obviously at the moment, I can't go record. I can record some here, but it's a lot easier at Michael's.
Yeah.
With the two heads, yeah.
But you know what? I'm sure once it comes out, it's going to be amazing. I'm sure that everything you're going to have on that album is going to be amazing, because you're playing around with little different things. You know what I mean? You're releasing some things that you've wanted to release, you know, that you enjoy, you know. Plus you have some of the stuff that you guys put out on the singles, which is going to be cool because you'll get some of those things. But you're going to have a whole lot of other things that you can really showcase to the world, so that's going to be pretty exciting. I can't wait to hear it. I know a lot of people out there who are watching this interview can't wait to hear it as well.
We've put quite a lot into it. It's taken 2 years, so it's, I mean, I'm not sure. We've been touring quite a lot, so that obviously puts back recording quite a lot. So, but we think touring's a good thing, because not a lot of synthwave artists can do it, you know. I mean, there are the ones that do, obviously Dance with the Dead, Magic Sword, Ghost as well. They're all touring and stuff like that, but it's just taken our toll on us a little bit with time wise. But man, I think it's good for synthwave bands to play if they could have a show, you know. I don't want to see a guy with a laptop, you know, just it's a bit boring really.
I agree with that too. It's like I want to see more synthwave artists could get out there, get out there into the world and perform more. It's
Yeah.
like there are a lot of talented artists out there. We see a lot of it here in LA. We have LA artists, who create this synthwave style of music, who go to play live. It's like we want more and more people to come out and see them perform and do their thing. And I think that if you're an artist out there and you're creating this music and you're wondering about whether or not you should or shouldn't, I think you should just go ahead and do it. And when you do it with theatrics, do it with grandeur, blow it up, make it as big as it can be, and really bring that energy to it, because that right there is how you showcase your love for what you create visually with the world.
Yeah, we're big fans of lighting and performance. There's only two of us. I've always been in a band with 4 or 5 people, so your stage is full. But when you're not, you got to do something else. I don't think it's cheesy or anything like that. I think you need to do it. You know what I mean? You're an electronic artist, so you really got to give a performance live, because there's not too much going on backstage. So you should definitely.
You're exactly right. And what's funny is that one of my favorite bands, of course, is Dance with the Dead, like you were mentioning, Dance with the Dead. I have a message from Tony. Tony says hi. He says to be sure to tell Shaun hi.
Yeah, Tony, he's a good dude, man. Really good dude.
Yeah, he is a really great dude. I was talking to him the other day, and we were talking about us doing an interview with them soon, and they've been so busy with everything going on in the studio and working with other stuff, and but he was like, well, who are you going to be interviewing next? And I was like, oh, I'm going to be interviewing Shaun from LEBROCK. And he's like, oh my god, be sure to tell him hi, he's a really great dude.
Yeah. See, that's why touring's good, because you get to meet people like Tony and Justin and Chris and Scott and the whole team, touring team, and you got contacts, and you can make a friendship, and it's just so good. It's a nice little scene, when it's like that. There's other people who are a bit different and they don't want to hang out or whatever. They want to be a bit bigger, but meeting those guys really spurred us on, to be honest, because they give us a few shows. Our first actual ever show in London when they came over, and it spurred us on. If it weren't for Dance with the Dead, there definitely wouldn't be a LEBROCK, so we owe them quite a lot.
Well, you know what? I'm glad that you have that story. I'm glad you guys have that connection, because that right there, it really is important. Building bridges, talking with people, building friendships, because that right there is what the success of what you're doing is built on, is those friendships, those connections. You know what I mean? Like forging those connections together to build long-lasting relationships, and that's what's important.
100%. Yeah, that's a good point. Very good point.
What was the drive behind getting you into making music and performing live?
It's pretty mad, because I'm not from any kind of family background in music or anything like that. So I've always wanted to be in a band. I know it sounds stupid, and I tried to play every single instrument, and then I found I could sing. So, and I kind of not being that musically minded, I just had to work a lot harder, I think. So I think that's what drives me, is just working harder and being better, because I know that there's people out there at a high level, and I just want to get to that level. For me, that's what drives me. It makes me want to make better songs, and because I think I have to work harder, so I want it to show in the records.
Definitely. You know what? And I know what you mean. The same thing for me. I didn't come from a background where my parents were like musicians or anything like that. My dad was a DJ, and he loved doing he did a lot of like disco parties and like early 80s stuff. So he was that kind of a person, so it's like I would just listen to records that he had and things like that. And I think it just kind of came from there, because I just got exposed to all this music, but as I progressed, it was like one of those things where you kind of go like, yeah, I think I want to be in a band. So you start doing bands in high school, and you start to realize, well, hey, you kind of get a knack for it. You kind of go like, hey, I enjoy this. Me personally, I love singing. That's my thing. It's like felt the same way as you. It's like you played different instruments and nothing really worked right. But then when you got to the singing part, you kind of go, okay, this works.
Yeah.
This works for me.
Definitely. It's being a performer as well, I think, for me, because I did a lot of acting and stuff like that when I was younger. And that's how I kind of learned how to sing, I guess, for a start. It's a similar kind of thing, I think.
Well, an actor. Wow, that's pretty cool. Like, would you like singing, acting?
It wasn't like anything major, you know, like theatre, I would say, more than acting, I say. But yeah, did loads of that when I was younger, and that's what I wanted to be. So I didn't get into music straight away. I tried that, but it's literally, you can't be poor and be an aspiring actor, I'm afraid. So yeah,
well, you know,
not that one on the head. So being in a band was a bit cheaper, I guess.
Yeah. But hey, you know what? All in all, it's all performing. It's all the arts.
Yeah.
It's all showcasing creativity.
Yeah, it's all. It really does help having a little bit of especially playing live. Obviously, you know, you can do anything in the studio, I guess, because no one sees you. But when you're live, you have to perform. If you know, it's got to be entertaining, because that's what we are as entertainers, making music.
Exactly. And I know, I know for myself, I don't know if it's the same thing with you, but when you get thrown a microphone in your hand, everybody out there is going to listen to everything that I've got to say because I got the microphone.
It's like that scene in a Wedding Singer.
Yeah.
Microphone.
Exactly. What are you looking forward to accomplishing the most moving forward? Just
getting the album done, you know, because it's taken so long, and I've got some really good songs. I've got like lyrics literally right in front of me now, that I've just written, which are really cool. I guess they sound a bit like you too, though. Not the lyrics, but like the vibe of the song sounds like Streets Have No Name or something like that, you know. Which I haven't got a problem. I like the music, you know, but there's just so many different levels on this album, and I just really want to show everyone. Well,
that's great, because you get to showcase those different sides of your guys' talents. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You get to really kind of play and really kind of feel where you want to go. You know, chart your own course, and it's like that's a great thing about music, is that it's never set. You know, it can always be taken apart and put back together and shaped in different ways. You know, it's like a big old ball of clay. You can make it look any way you want it to, or make it sound any way you want it to. And I think that the people who love what you make and the people who love what you guys do will listen to it and go, you know what, hey, this is the next step, you know, and this works, and I enjoy this. And new people will listen to this and go, wow, who is this? Who are these guys? I'm like, what, you haven't heard of LEBROCK? You guys haven't heard of these guys? So.
Yeah, it'd be mad, you know. It's mad to have so many people, like followers and stuff like that, you know. Considering we haven't got any album, or you know, it's not over 100,000 followers or whatever on Spotify. That was like a good landmark for us as well. Yeah, it looks, yes, but just to have that many people, like monthly listeners, that's insane.
That is amazing. And then like hitting like 1 million plays, you know what I mean? 1 million plays on like your songs. I mean, that's wow. That's like 1 million people have heard your guys' songs. That's
a country, isn't it? You know?
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy, yeah. But yeah, like I said earlier, like everything's just going really well at the minute. So there's going to be some more moments coming in. What I've said today is, there's going to be a lot more. Can't wait to. Well, I don't know what we're releasing next, but I'm actually has to do. But it's not off the album. It's something else. So we'll get that soon, I think. Hopefully, start of August. We've got something coming out. Yeah, something a bit different. I think you should I think you'll especially enjoy it. I think so.
Okay. Everybody out there, you hear that right there? Something at the start of August. So keep your eyes peeled and your ears open, because something amazing is going to be coming pretty soon. He thinks I will enjoy it. So if I enjoy it, I know everybody out there is going to enjoy it too. So.
I think it sounds really cool.
Well, I look forward to it. Everybody out there, keep your eyes peeled.
Exclusive
right there. What positive message would you give your fans out there?
just listen to our music and stuff like that, because a lot of it is supposed to make you feel good, you know. Music's good. And even like as blatant as some of the messages are in the songs, it's just kind of like they do mean something. Because this album, I didn't just want to write some stuff about having cocktails on the beach in Miami and stuff, you know what I mean? Like, I wanted it to really actually just be just an album, not a synthwave album or things like that. So I think listen to the music and make it your own mind what you think, how it helps you, because you can pick anything from a song and it might just a line or something like that, and just, you know, that's a good positive message. Is just take what you want from your music, you know. There's a message in there, every song we've written anyway, and a lot of other people as well. But make up your own mind. Don't just follow what you've been told to, I guess.
As an artist, you talk about what you want to talk about, but it's up to you, the listener, to get what you want out of it. Like take away what you want to, or what resonates with you, you know, when you hear it. And that's what's important. A lot of time when we listen to music, you can kind of go, I get an idea of what the artist is feeling in this moment in time. But I think you need to take a second and like look at yourself and go, what are you feeling at this moment in time? What are you experiencing?
Yeah, just a really nice positive message. I don't know, it's like I watch like a lot of Twin Peaks. I'm like a mad obsessed fan with it, and like when I sometimes watch that, and I think I know what it's about, what's happening, because it's quite a twisted thing, horror thing, whatever. But sometimes I take it and then I'll go online and see what people thought it was, like the scene meant, what it meant, you know. And someone's got a completely different angle on it, but still both in love with watching Twin Peaks, but we're taking completely different thing from it every time, you know.
And you know, that right there is a good thing too as well, because it's like there's always these different interpretations of what's being talked about. Yeah, little interpretations here and there, because, you know, your opinion or what you feel is going to be different from somebody else's. That's like the same thing as success. It's like, for people out there, it's like, don't try to base your success on somebody else's. You know what I mean? If you see somebody else being successful, don't try to base your entire life on what they're doing. You know, your successes are going to be completely different from somebody else's successes. And that you can apply to anything in your life. It's like your interpretations of whatever you know, create or visualize or see or whatever. You can always interpret it in different ways. Never has to be one linear path.
That's great. You're literally writing my eulogy now as well. So.
Oh man, well, you know what? I hope I'm doing a good job.
Doing all right. You're doing all right. Yeah.
All right. Well, you know what? Thank you so much for taking this time to have this conversation today, Shaun. Thank you to everybody who tuned in to watch us have this conversation. To everyone out there, if you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe to our tourfiend.com YouTube channel, as we have many more awesome artist interviews on the way, just like this one. To everybody out there, be on the lookout for the new LEBROCK music coming very soon, and that little secret thing that he doesn't want to talk about in August. That little thing there. It's going to be amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you again, Shaun. I look forward to seeing you in person very soon.
Yeah, I hope so, man. Great chatting with you today.
And as always, dream it, build it, and let it grow. Thank you so much.